What's going on, Gotcha fam? I got a pretty quick little video here today, and this one's going to be focused on the pets, okay? How do you get legendary pets? Like what do the little symbols up in the top right mean? How to tell if my pet's good, all that stuff. And I'm just going to go off the top of my head here. I don't have anything written down, so forgive me if I trip up on my words here. How do you get a legendary pet? Let's start there, because I was curious about this when I first started playing. Now, the easiest way to get a legendary pet, there's two ways, and it's 100% free. There's nothing, you don't have to pay for anything, and it's guaranteed that you'll, well, basically guaranteed that you'll get a legendary pet. As you can see, once you unlock the weekly quest at level 25, I believe, you start getting these these rewards here once you've finished some of these things. These are not difficult things. Craft 5 gear, win 3 times in Mystic Realm, perform pet research, cook 10 food. Nothing is difficult. None of those are hard to do. This reward, feast capture voucher, that reward is just so great, and I'm so glad that they incorporate things like this so that you don't have to pay money to get legendaries and stuff. Great job, XD Mobile. Love you guys. You're doing great with your game. That is how I got this flame pot belly frog. As you can see, just recently, I should have been recording, which I wasn't, but I unlocked this and went ahead and did the feast capture. I only got 1 legendary, but I did get a legendary. I'll go ahead and show you the rates on that real quick. So the feast capture, you have a 12% chance of getting a legendary. As you can see by the colors up there, it's common. I'm not going to go through all of them, but yeah, it goes from common to legendary, and there's a 12% chance you'll get a legendary. So I got lucky, and I did get a legendary on my feast capture, which is awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the first way to get a legendary pet. There's another way to get a legendary pet. Now, there's you can do the feast capture and just pay for it, which is one way you can do it. Right in here, you can just pay 980 pearls, and then you have a 12% chance of getting legendary. It's pretty much, you're probably going to get a legendary almost every time, I would say. Maybe like probably at least 6 out of 10 times you will get a legendary. And then another way is if you're cooking and you do the tasty fruit. If you click on it, I believe it's like 980 as well, and it's pretty much the same thing as a feast capture. As you can see, they have the same rates. So tasty fruit is 12% for a legendary and 83% for epic. Same thing with the feast capture. So that's cool. So that's it. Now, what about these symbols here in the top right? What do these symbols mean? Okay. Well, this symbol right here, if we take a look at the attributes, is called symbiosis. That's good. But you definitely, especially towards the beginning of the game, want high attack. So, for example, if I'm fighting an earth monster, then this guy right here is 10 times more helpful than this guy. Even though his attack's only 3.9 and this one's 4.8, he will be getting a 30% effective against effective against Earth. So he's 30% more effective against Earth. So that's awesome. That's perfect, and that'll do a lot of damage. Now, you pretty much want to look for anything with the highest attack. If I'm fighting a fire monster, I'm pretty set, because this guy is almost a 6 attack, and he's pretty good. He does quite a bit of damage. He does more than I do. So, and I have my strength maxed out as a gladiator, so that's pretty cool. Now, assist and guardian, it increases your stat. Okay, so let's look at assist. Determines the pet's attack bonus for the character at each level. So these things like go off of each other. Determines the pet's armor bonus for the character at each level. So so you will get these bonuses from determines the pet HP bonus for the character at each level. So I'm getting a lot of HP from this legendary guy. That's awesome. That's good for me if when I get to around Island 2, because I've heard that Island 2 is when things, they start doing way more damage than they do on Island 1. So this guy's probably going to be really good for me on Island 2. But right now I'm using this guy for Earth monsters, as you can see, because he's mostly lightning, so he's more effective against Earth than anything else. And I'm using this guy for lightning monsters because he's massively fire element, so that makes him great. for lightning monsters. And yeah, so pretty much you just, whenever you're going into a boss fight, if you're not doing enough damage, look at the attack. Okay, look at the attack of your pet. If you're not doing enough damage, equip a pet that has the highest advantage and has the highest attack. That'll allow you to get the most damage done to the boss 90% of the time. The other 10% of the time, depending on like what how the bonuses are working in your particular, it gets very complicated later on. So basically, all you need to know is if you're a warrior or a tank, you're gonna want something with good assist and all that, and symbiosis and guardian and all that stuff. Okay. If you're anything else that's doing damage, which even like healers in this game do damage, like druids and stuff, they're doing damage while they attack. You want to have a high attack because they cast their heals with their attack, so they are technically a DPS class. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just take a look at whatever has the highest attack and do that. Now, another thing I want to talk about, how can I tell how good my monsters are? Like, how do I know, like, yeah, this guy's legendary and everything, but like, like, I'm not going to sit there and add up all those numbers, So like we said earlier, it says total pet talent is 23.7. And you can look at that for all of your pets, 18.7. Now let's go look at a weak one here, 10.9. So basically, you want that number to be as high as possible, obviously. Also, there's this is something that I didn't know when I first started playing. Check this out. This is really cool, actually. And yet again, this is another thing. I'm just really glad they do this kind of stuff. It shows that they actually care about you as a player, and they're not trying to just make you mindlessly grind away. It's an idle game, and it's actually a really good one. So check this out. I've mentioned this before. With the Explorer, you can refresh it, and it'll guarantee that you get a epic or legendary. So definitely do that. But when you train your pet, see how this one's level 25? So that means I've spent, a bunch of these pet tokens up here, which you get from these adventures like I showed you here. You can get them from here, like up here. This one, I'm going to get 2 here in a minute. There's a bunch of other ways to get them as well. I'm not going to go into it. You'll just get them naturally. Also, yeah, anyway, moving on. So, basically, each pet that you have is the same pet. If let's say you start the game and you train up this black-haired king, and you're like, I hate myself. I just got a legendary kawaii fox. Look, he's level 25 too. Are you saying that I've leveled both of these up to level 25? No. I leveled this one up to level 5, then this one up to 10, then this one up to 20, and then this one up to 25. They're all the same pet. They get all the same bonuses, and that's the same with your gear. Don't be afraid to enhance your gear. If I buy something new, and it's better than this, I still have plus 40. That is one of the things that makes me love this game so much. They're not just trying to make you mindlessly grind away and waste your life playing a game. This could be a legitimate game, like a legitimate console game, where people could have fun playing this together. This is great. This is a great step for mobile games, and that's why I wanted to support it and create this YouTube channel and to help everybody that doesn't know what they're doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. Peace, Gacha fam.